Hey, squishies. I believe we should be up and running now. So,
The time has
Woot.
come. Join us in the Boreth system. We are preparing to make our next move
And I
against the
guess we're jumping
forces of
right
the
in.
so-called Emperor and his dishonorable lackeys. Soon we will rally those who would end this destructive conflict and restore the Empire. The journey lies ahead. All that remains is to take the first step.
Okay. Then I guess we're starting. I switched back to the Starfire because I felt like it. And I've been enjoying myself in that. And I noticed a bunch of stuff disappeared, so I'm wondering if something went wrong with my traits. Yes. Yes, something did. That's weird. I think maybe it's because I got a bunch of level 2 traits and the game got confused. That's annoying. But okay. Let me fix that real fast. That's more interesting. Okay. What have I got right now? Well, you know what? I shouldn't really have level 1 shield. Because level 2 shit is better. Yeah, hey Rabbit Cube and R. Sorry I didn't take care of this beforehand. Wacky day in a wacky week. Up until yesterday, I believed that I was starting summer semester yesterday because that's what the registration app said. And in fact, it doesn't start until next week. The registration app was wrong. So that's kind of thrown everything into chaos. Let's see, damage resistance is good on this ship. Crits are good. Always. Yep. Yeah, I actually think I'm gonna go with this. Okay, fixed it. That's an obnoxious bug. Also, I turned 40 on Monday, which cool, I guess. I celebrated over the weekend. It was nice. And I guess, yeah, it's about what's up with me. Sorry if I'm a little spacey. I did not sleep well last night. Do you think Thesaurus? Okay. Let's start the mission. But yeah, sorry if I'm a little spacey today. Didn't sleep well last night.
Ah, you have arrived. Good. Perhaps you can succeed where I have not.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. What is the problem?
The problem is that we cannot decide on our next move. Getting
Aw, thanks,
spy,
Rabbit Cube.
a warrior, a politician, and a general to agree on anything is a difficult challenge. When all those people are Klingons, it becomes a challenge worthy of Kahless himself.
This feels like a setup to one of those logic problems. The kind you make the grid for. Seeing as I am not Kahless, what do you suggest I do?
Speak with the others, see what they have in mind. Your fresh perspective may find a path forward, if such a thing exists.
That's terrible, Rabbit Cube. Very well, I'll speak to the others and seek their counsel.
My mind often returns to the disaster at Kuvat. Though it was Akar who gave the order to fire on the planet. It happened on my ship. I want to remove the dishonor of that treacherous attack on the world of my mother's birth.
How do you propose to do that?
There are reports of new mycelial rifts opening in the Kuvat system. Corrupted Alachi have launched several attacks in retaliation for previous attacks of aggression against them. It seems another one of my sins has returned to haunt me. I would go to Kavat and aid their forces against the Alachi.
Working to undo the damage done would be noticed and appreciated.
The others believe we should curry favor with the strongest houses that stand against Jimpunk. It is not a position I agree with.
Why is that?
The strong houses will resent any aid from us. They will take it as an offense, a question of their honor and their prowess as warriors. Smaller houses in need will be more pragmatic. They will accept our aid and become loyal allies when called upon.
You make a good point.
I believe we should prove our strength by helping those who need it most. In doing so, we will earn respect from the stronger houses, rather than resentment.
Your wisdom is appreciated, Laurel.
I have received word that systems controlled by House Korath are being attacked by forces loyal to Jumpok. They are being punished for their refusal to bend the knee.
As are many, Jimpok seeks vengeance on any who dare to defy his will. Laurel does have amazing hair.
Our intel suggests that Akar's virus has been used to render their starships defenseless in several.
They did a very good job of rendering her
I
in this
believe we
game.
can forge an alliance with them by providing the countermeasures to the virus. This will give their forces a chance to fight as warriors rather than die without honor in the cold darkness of space.
Agreed. Your plan is worth consideration, Aditpa. I really like Aditpa.
You see, I think that's why we have yet to agree on a plan. Each of us has a bold, challenging goal in mind.
Indeed. What was your idea, General?
I propose that we go to Kronos and put a bat'leth into Jimpok's skull. After issuing a formal challenge for the right to lead, of course. As glorious as that would be, it was decided the level of security surrounding the Emperor would be more than even we could handle. That, and the matter of his dishonorable solution to the last fight we had over the Chancellor's seat. Ah!
I see. Of the plans I've heard so far, I believe Laurel's should be considered first.
Indeed. I would hear your reasoning for this decision.
House Korath is one of the great houses. They could see our aid as an insult.
That may be true, but what of Kuvat? Do we abandon the people there to the Alachi?
No. We help them once we have greater numbers to assist us.
Yes. A warrior who enters a battle unprepared is a warrior destined to fail. You are correct. With more forces at our side, we will be able to face the Alachi and aid the people of Kuvat.
Then we should decide upon a lesser house to assist.
I do not disagree.
Ooh, excuse me.
And I believe I know the perfect candidate for this operation. House Kang.
That is an interesting choice.
After the death of Dahar Master Kang, the house lost a great deal of influence. It has been in a slow but steady
I liked Kang.
ever since. They have been seeking a way to restore glory to their house for some time now. Their most recent...
Kang is the Klingon who said trans rights. Go on.
When Jimbok declared himself emperor, House Kang was preparing to stage a coup. Unfortunately, spies discovered their plan and informed Jimbok. Imperial security captured most of the leadership of House Kang, and they are on their way to Rura Pente as we speak.
Jim Puck threw me into a prison once. He wanted me to suffer and die without honor. I will not let that happen to the warriors of House Kang.
Sounds like you have an idea, General.
I do. I think we should raid that system and liberate the House Kang warriors being held there.
A bold plan, but one they will not be expecting.
I will lead our ground forces on these raids. I knew Dahar Master Kang, and I know many of the current leaders of his house.
Excuse me.
They will be quicker to trust a familiar face.
Very well.
While we conduct the raids, I want the crews of the Corps and Rotaran to seek more allies and conduct reconnaissance. We must be prepared for future battles after this one. Now, let us show the great houses our strength. Kapla!
Kapla.
They're holding General Kanal of House Kang on one of these prison stations, along with many of his loyal warriors. The stations are rigged with sensor jammers, so we'll have to find Kanal and his forces the hard way.
General Martok?
I'll be leading the boarding parties to search for Kanal, starting with Station Alpha. We'll beam over from your ship once you've disabled the station's defenses.
I mean, Jimpok
And then
did arrange
will
for
get
it.
interesting. I do not expect the prison guards to give up their prize easily.
Very well. All hands. Battle stations.
Station Alpha is disabled.
Boarding party transport complete. We are engaging the enemy.
Incoming fleet on centers.
I
Prepare
mean,
for combat.
Jimpok is the one who killed him. He would have had to have been involved.
This is Martok. We've completed our search of the station. but Kanal was nowhere to be found. We did find some of his troops, though. Several of them told me that Kanal was taken to Station Gamma for interrogation.
I mean, the original backstory materials when the game like launched, pretty clearly were setting Jumpak up as a major heel. That kind of got abandoned as the story progressed. But it's pretty clear that they're working their way back around to that position. Like, right from the start, like, he killed Martok to take the Chancellorship under pretty suspect circumstances. That was always a thing. Was it a little clumsy? I don't recall him saying that. Either way, I mean, inconsistencies happen. And it's not like the Klingon arc has been particularly well executed in general. Sounds like we have our next destination, General.
Indeed. We have some new allies to join in the fight. Kanal's warriors are eager to help us, and I'm inclined to let them.
As am I.
Good. We're ready for the next jailbreak. Come and get us.
We're on our way, General. Stand by. Oops. Got out of range.
They'll be waiting for us on Station Gamma. Let's not disappoint them.
What happened to
A
Beta?
leader who thinks of those who serve, as well as the Empire. Warriors follow them proudly.
Gamma is to see.
This is Martok. Resistance is stronger than anticipated. We need reinforcements immediately.
Understood, General. Will be more troops.
I'm picking up incoming warp signatures. Enemy forces are inbound to our position.
General, we have company. We'll be more forces over when we can.
Here they come. Looks like a Nausicaan mercenary fleet.
The station is secure, but Kanal is not here. In fact,
Yeah,
no one from House Kang is here. Mostly
Look.
graves bound for a dishonorable death on that
The
ice
game
wall
continues
down
to be
there.
fun, but other than basically 3 missions, the one with Jordy where you're infiltrating the Galaxy class, the heist episode, and the ridiculous Abraham Lincoln one. Really, other than those 3 episodes, the writing has noticeably taken a dip since around the time they started incorporating discovery elements, which I'm not blaming on incorporating discovery elements. That just seems to be when it happened. Did you find any clues as to Kanal's location?
Possibly. I found an old friend of ours locked up over here. That annoying Ferengi who sold us out to Jim Puck back on Nimbus
Oh
3.
god, not
He
Madron.
says he has information, but he'll only speak to you about it.
Madron, this ought to be interesting. Put him on screen.
We meet again, Nemesis. After an unfortunate misunderstanding between myself and the Klingons, I find myself bound for the frozen depths of Rura Pente. They didn't even give me a trial. But my fortunes could be about to change. I know where your famous general is.
What do you want this time, Madron?
Since we lack the time for a proper series of negotiations, I'll make it simple for you. Get me out of here, alive, and I will tell you where he is. Leave me here to
That one was
my
decent.
frozen fate,
I mostly
and
just
you'll
don't
never
like the
find him.
mycelial network as a concept. I think the farther away from it Discovery has gotten, the better Discovery has gotten. Which is not to say that the mycelial network was the only thing wrong with the first 2 seasons. Far from it. But it's kind of a signifier for me. But yeah, the mission itself was decent. I'll get you out of there and see to it that you receive a fair trial. Final offer.
But you... We have a deal. Even a prison cell on Kronos is better than that frozen nightmare below. I'd be standing before the blessed exchequer within a week. My ledgers are not ready for the final audit.
Where is General Kanal, Madron?
One of the prisoners here put a shiv in his back to score points. He should be dead. But the word is Chancellor... Emperor Jempok made it clear he was not to die a warrior's death. Unfortunately, the surgeon here is an incompetent drunk. So they took Kanal to Beta Station for medical treatment over there. Check the sickbay logs under snacks and libations if you don't believe me.
General Martok?
It appears the little Capex is telling the truth. Pity. I was looking forward to dangling him by his ears from an airlock until he talked.
General.
Very well. I'll bring him along and throw him by the ears into your brig. Enough of this. We're ready to beam out when you are.
Understood. Stand by. Security, prepare a cell in the brig.
Quickly! Kanal has survived one attack. He may not survive another.
Enemy vessel. He's a dreadnought.
I forgot I had that. I should have used that when I was being stormed earlier. Yeah, I picked up a little bit of goodie doing the event grinds. I can make Tholian webs now. But it's more effective if there's against a large group of weak enemies. Which I really should have remembered I hadn't.
Station Beta is disabled. Boarding parties, stand by for transfer.
They are.
Hull integrity below 75%.
I am in fact aware of this computer.
That dreadnought's arrival worked in our favor. The guards were distracted by your glorious battle. And
Yes.
used the
Yes,
opportunity
they
to
are.
stage a riot. By the time we
It's
got
that
there,
virus they
most
keep
of the
talking
fighting
about.
was over.
The Japak and Akar's forces have a lot of abilities to disrupt your systems, and they particularly like disrupting weapons fire. There will be other battles, General.
Indeed. Canal is still in one piece, and we're all ready to leave this place.
Lady Joula and Laurel, you honor us, Mother. House Kang will not forget your actions today.
You're needed in the fight to restore the Empire, General. The honor was ours.
Well said. Jempok sending my troops and I to die in prison is cause enough for us to rally to your banner. But no Klingon would turn their backs on a campaign to save our glorious Empire. Give the call to arms, and House Kang will answer.
Come on, General. You will not have to wait long to heed such a call to glory.
Stay ready. We will be in touch.
We are receiving an incoming transmission from a dead Pa.
House Korath is under attack once more. This time in the Forca system. A number of their ships have been disabled by Akar's virus and left to die in the void. He is sending a message. Stand against the Emperor and face a dishonorable death.
Another mind game.
But this is a game we can win. If we move quickly, we can reach Forcas before those vessels break down and explode. We can give them the countermeasures they need to survive.
What's the call here?
I will not stand by and do nothing when we have the means to save those warriors. A dead Pa, we will meet you in the Forca system. Be prepared to render assistance to the Korath vessels.
What happened to the concern that they'll be offended by us helping them? Is it the difference between giving them the antivirus to use later and using it when they're in immediate need? Or is it just bad writing? Helm, set a course for the Forcus system. Maximum warp.
intel. Akar has infected these ships with a virus similar to the one he used to destroy the Lucara. It renders them defenseless and unable to move, while every critical system begins to break down and fail. Eventually, the systems regulating their antimatter containment fields will fail. I think you know what happens after that.
I suppose. Can you stop the virus?
Yes, I have started to modify the countermeasures we have used before when dealing with Akar's little tricks. They should be ready by the time we reach those vessels.
Excellent.
Remain vigilant as we approach those vessels. I have studied recent records of battle. Akar has used remotely controlled ships as bombs before.
Good point. This could be another of his traps. Stay sharp.
Enemy ships inbound, on an attack vector. Countermeasures are ready. Use them to restore the Borak vessels.
Whoops.
I do not
Yeah, that does make
and
sense,
I
R.
do not care. My ship is ready for battle once more.
Okay, I immediately like her. Something about her character design, I'm just like, that is a character I want to see more of. As like, I mean, badass old ladies are just the best. There are other ships to assist, however.
Yes, and Jumpbox loyalists may return as well. Only this time, their cowardly tricks will not work. I thought Admiral Defer to be an honorable warrior, but he is just as treacherous as his emperor.
Voice acting could use some work.
Ah, if he shows his face again, I will make it uglier for him.
Good to fight at your side. Kapla. Yeah, I think it really is all about the hair bob and the leather jacket combo.
It's him, Admiral Dever.
Whoa. That happened very, very quickly. Where the fuck did he go?
I shall return!
Reading a containment field collapsed on one of the Korak vessels. We were too late for most of them. Some escape pods were able to reach a safe distance before the end. One vessel remains. Do we have enough time to save them?
Ajet Pa, what is the status of the remaining Korath ship?
They're doing what they can against the virus.
That
We have
badass
some
old
time
lady
before
better not
the
have been on the
forces
ship that
reach a
exploded.
critical state.
Acknowledged.
Do not abandon the warriors in escape pods. You have time. Rescue them, so they may fight on as warriors. Right now, you need to save the ones who need your help the most.
Very well. Prepare to conduct rescue operations.
Comms, notify sick bay. Some of these survivors may need medical attention.
An enemy force just dropped out of warp.
Oh, we killed them all. Okay. Wait, where's the last escape pod? What the heck? Where did it go? I know there's one more set of escape. Oh, there it is, all the way down there.
That's the last of them. It's time to restore the last Korath vessel.
I am Katrak, son of Gatral. I lead the forces of House Korath in this system. Your assistance is appreciated, but the battle isn't over yet.
Explain.
Admiral Dever will not give up so easily. When he said he would return, he meant it, and he will come with reinforcements. I will not allow him to take this system.
What do you propose, Captain?
Now that you have restored our ships, we will make our stand here.
Captain, while I appreciate your courage, you must realize your forces are in no shape to engage Dever. Such a battle is unwise. You should withdraw.
Dever is powerful, but he is not invincible. My ship may be damaged, but even a dreadnought can't survive the explosion from a warp core breach at point-blank range. I am prepared to deliver that fatal blow.
A suicide attack?
It is his duty to defend this system by any means necessary. He wishes to lead his forces to victory as a warrior born. You could leave him to his fate. Without our ships, his fleet will probably lose the battle. With our aid, however, victory could be found, along with a new ally.
I understand. Your counsel is appreciated, Laurel, even if the lesson you teach is a bitter one. Captain Gatrak, we will remain in the system and fight by your side, to the end.
Very well. Honor to you and your house, matriarch. Today we will rid the stars of Dever and his lackeys. Comply!
Red alert. All hands battle stations.
Attention, enemy forces! Out of respect for your courage, I offer you the chance to quit this system and surrender it to the authority of Emperor Jempok. Remain, and I shall give you the honor of a warrior's death.
Your offer is denied. Starfire out.
integrity below 25%.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Oh, it's not this ship's strong suit, you know. I mean, yeah, it's the whole fictional Viking thing.
Evasive action! There's no time! Rest for him!
That was a fun moment to die at. Which I guess is a very Klingon thing to say, now that I think about it. There we go.
Gatrak and his crew died with honor. Soon they will be with Tanis and Stovakor, singing songs of glorious victory. You have our thanks. Without your strength, we would have been defeated.
And Gatrak would have died in vain.
Indeed. But now, the Vernus fleet were critical to Jempok's plan for this sector. Without him, House Korath will be able to maintain control here.
The fight against Jempok is not over.
Agreed. With the loss of Gatrak, I am now in command of our forces here. Know that you can rely on us when the time comes. Until then, we will await your call to glorious battle. Kapla!
Martok sends word from the Kuvat system. It is not good news.
What is happening there?
New rifts are opening, and the Alachi are sending fleets to attack from them. I failed the people of Kuvat once. I will not fail them again.
Very well, what is the plan?
Inform our allies and ask them to assemble at Kuvat. We will meet at Martok's coordinates. Together, we can defeat the Alachi and save the people of Kuvat.
Very well. Hallam set a course to the Kuvat system. You know, I think that's one thing I dislike. That's a relatively recent change. Relatively recent meaning the last
There are
couple
still
years.
a few ships defending the system, but they are outnumbered by the enemy.
This way of structuring a mission as... Like, the missions are always structured as a series of smaller missions, but I feel like there's been more episodes that are do this thing in this location and this mostly unrelated thing in this other location and this mostly unrelated thing in yet another location. Like, they feel less cohesive. More Lachi could arrive at any time. We need to move quickly.
Martok is here, but where are our allies? Why did they not answer the call to arms?
Have patience. The warriors of House Kang had to return to their vessels. House Koreth's fleet was decimated by Akar's virus.
They will need time to regroup and respond.
Yes, but they will respond, for they are Klingon. They gave their word, and they will honor it. It falls to us to hold the line and keep the Alache at bay until they arrive. Kapla!
Red alert! All hands battle stations. That it? That appears to be it.
I know your face. You are Jaula of House Mokai. Your craven weapon scarred Kuvat and killed many Klingons. Why are you here? Do you come to atone for your crime?
I mean, that's fair, Rabbit Cube, but yeah, it's been overused. And it honestly kind of feels like the opposite. It feels like I have to be everywhere all the time for anything to happen.
In a way, yes. I have come to defend the birth world of my mother from these attacks. My allies and I pledge to stop the Alachi and seal these rifts forever.
And how am I to know that this is not more of your Mokai treachery? Honeyed words meant to deceive and ensnare before the killing blow?
You have my word of honor, warrior. Mine and the word of General Martok. I trust that will be sufficient.
I have heard that you walked among us once again, Laurel. It pleases me to see the rumors are true. If you and Martok are willing to fight at Jaula's side, I will do so as well.
A wise choice, Captain.
Now, you say you come to help with these rifts. There is one nearby. Show us that your word has value here, Jaula. Close the rift now.
We'll do what we can. Jula's like, why are you answering for me?
Two more rifts have opened nearby.
Well, shit. Yep. God, that Tholian web thing is really OP now that I'm getting the hang of how to use it. I kinda like it.
A new rift opening, much larger than before.
We must investigate it at once.
Yeah, no. Each was, when I got close to one, enemies came out. But that was, yeah. You get it.
This new rift is a lot larger and more powerful than any we have seen so far. Are we going to be able to close it?
We'll need to run some scans and see what can be done.
Well, out with it. Can we close it or not?
How did Pa? Do your readings match mine?
They do. I am reading two signals from the other side of the rift. One is using a heavily encrypted Alachi code. The other is using code unique to House Mokai.
To what end?
I believe someone has acquired some of the Mokai tech from our earlier incursions into the mycelial realm and modified it. They are using it to create these rifts.
It's your tech. Can you send a shutdown command? Turn it off?
I have tried several times. The command systems are not recognizing the orders.
What's our next move then?
We will not be able to do much more from here. The solution to this problem lies within the mycelial network.
What do you propose?
You and I will lead a team into the mycelial network and attempt to contact our allies there. Perhaps the Jasep or the liberated Alachi can assist us. Failing that, we will need to find a solution to the problem ourselves within the network.
Agreed.
Bringing a resolution to this conflict with the Alachi will be difficult, Jaguna. but I believe you will find a way to do so. Go now. We will wait for you here and defend Kuvat from any further attacks. Kapla!
See you on the other side, Jula.
This is what it was like before, when my forces attacked. I was a fool, blind with rage. I am not proud of this. Then, the task to restore order fell upon your shoulders. Now, that responsibility belongs to me.
You have allies here. Don't forget that.
I am reading several Alachi life signs nearby.
I have not done
I doubt they would be willing or able
anything
to help us.
on the
Ready
ground
to fight.
in at least a couple months. Like any ground combat. So this will be interesting. Understood. Ready weapons.
I am also picking up an Alachi communication relay on the tricorder. Perhaps we can use it to send a message to our allies within the mycelial realm.
One way to find out. Let's try to reach it.
Ilachi! They were waiting to attack!
That is true, Rabbit Cube. Thank you.
Do not read any Alachi life signs in the area. Look there. Those lights. Those are the filaments used for transport here, yes? They connect different parts of the mycelial realm.
They do, yes.
We should be able to use this to reach the next island and continue our search for the comms relay.
Indeed. Ready to go when you are. Whee!
The communication relay lies ahead. If my readings are accurate, we can use it to trigger a signal. Something that our allies among the liberated Alachi will notice.
I'm sure we can make a noticeable modification.
Our signal was received, but not by our allies.
Okay.
No response. We need to boost the signal. Let us continue onward. We may find a stronger relay station deeper within the realm.
On to the next bridge then. We.
There. Do you see it? Another Ilachi comms relay just ahead. Perhaps we can use it to
What are
boost
those
our
white
signal
dots?
and make contact with the
Oh, those
liberated
are
Ilachi.
us. What's that? Oh no. Worth a shot. Move out and stay sharp. Those are tardigrades. Wait, where is it? Oh, there it is.
Look out! More Ilachi are attacking!
Of course they are.
Look, that Ilachi doesn't seem corrupted like the others.
What? Malachi doesn't seem corrupted like the others now? Huh? Where? Oh! Hello.
Yolan True, my friend. You are fortunate. I received your last transmission. I see that you travel with the criminal, Ja'ula.
I mean, yeah, this is a very pretty environment.
Please, explain yourself.
We need to seal a massive rift, and we need your help to do so.
If you do not trust me, Ilachi, trust in your friend's judgment. I am here to help. We believe there are others using modified versions of my tech to create a massive rift. Our attempts to shut it down have not been successful.
I really,
Perhaps by working
like, I
together,
want it
we
to
can
be
close the
Mirror
rift and put an
Tilly,
end to the spread of
but I feel like that plot thread has just been abandoned. She speaks the truth, Tarsev. We are not your enemy.
This would
It's gonna be
explain why
frickin'
our
Jim Pop or
efforts to neutralize
Akar.
The corruption have failed. We did not have the information on your tech we needed. Ja'ula,
They're just not
if you
compelling
give
villains
me
for
your
me.
word of honor, I will assist your realm once more.
I give you my word of honor as a Klingon warrior and the leader of my house. We will fight at your side and work together to make things right in this place.
The same goes for me and my officers.
Very well. We must move quickly. The corrupted ones have sent a fleet of considerable strength through it to attack your realm, and are preparing more vessels to strike.
What's our next move then?
There is a device nearby that we can use to destabilize the rift. Come, I will show you the way.
Lead the way, Tarsev. Yes, I know you're leading us here. Hurry the fuck up. Oh my god. Oh, okay. You want us to do that. We and all that.
A shaper lies ahead. It is a device that uses spore mist to alter the terrain and the environment.
How can it help us?
We can reconfigure this device to release a wave of energized spore mist. The wave will cleanse
Handy.
the corruption from the mycelium as it flows throughout the realm.
What about the rift?
It will begin to destabilize, eventually reaching a point where it can be closed. Be advised, the corrupted ones are using the Shaper to maintain the rift. They will defend it to the death.
Very well. Ready weapons and move out. Anywhere with that much red appearing on the floor is probably a bad place to stand. Where'd Tarzan go? He's all the way back here. The hell, man?
Good. We can now use the Shaper to undo the madness of the corrupted ones.
We?
Yes. Myself and Ja'ula. She will deal with her tech, while I deal with that of the corrupted ones. Working together, we can enable the reconfiguration process and destabilize the rift.
Understood.
Remain vigilant, for the corrupted ones will return, and in force. You must defend us while we reconfigure the Shaper.
Work quickly. We need to end the siege of Kavat. Why did I have to run all the way back there to talk to him? Oh, it's one of these. Of course it is.
Quickly, use the other console to unlock the next set of modifications. Move to the next console and unlock it!
Did y'all hear screams a second ago? Was that the game? Or was that outside? Because it sounded like it was coming from my head. Yeah, no, that's... Who's screaming like that?
Now, activate the final sequence at the console on the far side of the machine.
Okay, that worked.
It worked. The wave is cleansing the realm of corruption, and the rift is beginning to destabilize.
Oh yeah, I remember that move, Ar. Excellent. What now?
I will return with you to your realm. The liberated Alachi wish to bring an end to such incursions to our realm, and I believe I can help you with that task.
You will be welcome to join us in the effort, Tarsev.
Very well. Let us return to your ship now. The window for safe transport back to your realm is closing soon.
Understood.
Kavan, I see your efforts were successful. Adetpa tells me we will be able to close the rift soon.
Yes, once the rift destabilizes to a critical level.
Very well. Until that time comes, we must defend Kuvat and face the Alachi in battle.
Any sign of our allies?
We have detected several Klingon vessels on long-range sensors. They are approaching at high warp, but we do not know if they are friends or foes.
Understood. All hands battle stations. We will hold the line until we can close the rift. Thank you, Herc.
The rift has destabilized to a point where it can be closed from this side.
That is good news.
I recommend haste. The corrupted ones have a large fleet moving to exit the rift as we speak.
Acknowledged. Closing the rift now.
Watch out! An Alachi fleet made it out before the rift
Of
closed.
course they did.
The call to arms was given, and House Kang has responded.
Of course, that's what you expect. Come on!
victory is ours. The Alachi have been driven from the system, and Kuvat is secure once more.
News of this will spread through the Empire like wildfire.
Yes, to friends and foes alike. After today, more allies will join forces with us, along with House Kang and House Korra.
We will need them when we face Jimpok's forces.
I have received word from my contacts among the Orions and the Gorn.
Oh, that's
They
nice.
stand ready to
Somebody
join us
remembered
when
they
the time
exist.
comes.
Good to hear.
The free Alachi will join the fight as well. We desire an end to this conflict, and to the usage of the mycelial weapon.
Understandable.
Tarsev, I would speak with you later about a mycelial matter. For now, however, I believe we all have to prepare for the last campaign. Soon, the time will come to face Jimpok and his forces in battle.
Indeed, it appears all roads lead to excuse me. Frog in my throat. Indeed, it appears all roads lead to Kronos. We must be ready.
Word of our deeds is spreading throughout the Empire. More allies stand ready to fight at our side, but we cannot rest easy. The Mad Emperor will retaliate with all the forces he can muster. While it is said that revenge is a dish that is best served cold, we should expect the unexpected from Jimpok. In his madness, he will be unpredictable. In his desperation, he may commit unthinkable acts to avenge his losses. I feel the final days of this war are upon us, but I know from experience that those days can be terrible to face. We can only follow the example of Kalish and fight with honor.
Yeah, they're doing that thing where the mission reward options get slowly added in the weeks following the mission dropping. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me that they are doing it in combination with an event grind. Speaking of, did that count toward the event grind? I should have. It did. Yay. I'm slowly inching toward the halfway point on getting that Iconian ship. Anyway, I'm gonna pause here. Fair enough, Rabbit Cube. I'm gonna pause here and go heat up some food because I'm starving. And then I guess we do the finale. Back in a few. Yeah, that's pretty consistently how they pronounce it in Discovery. There's definitely been some, there's definitely some differences in Klingon morphology between TNG era and, like, Discovery. I don't know if it's meant to be a difference of, like, accent or, like, the fact that there's almost a century between them or what, but yeah. Anyway, I go get food. It'll take a couple minutes. Okay, so the thing I was planning to eat is still frozen solid, despite me taking it out and putting it in the fridge to thaw yesterday. So I threw together a quick snack, and I am going to order some freaking Chinese real fast. Bleh. Hopefully it'll arrive at a good time for me to pause. Yes, good. Also that. And that. Sounds good. Boop. Boop. I also got some throat coat to help my voice. I do not know if I have talked about the wonders of throat coat on stream before, but it is amazing stuff. Tastes weird, texture is even weirder, takes forever to steep, but it does magical things for like sore throat, stuffy throat, lost voice, that kind of thing. Alright. I'm gonna pee real fast and then we resume the game. It's good stuff. I do talk up its virtues fairly frequently because, well, it actually works. Products that actually work are rare in my experience. And should be shared when they do. Alright. Let's finish this story arc.
Jimpok is trapped on Kronos, guarded by the few warriors loyal to his cause. Our recent victories have weakened his position and brought many allies to our banner. There will not be a better time to strike. As Kalish once defeated the forces of the tyrant Molor, so shall we put an end to the reign of Jimpok. Join us in the Boreth system as we prepare for glorious and honorable battle.
Okay.
As we stand ready to attack Jimpok, I am reminded of another adversary, Cole of House Cole. Like Jimpok, he craved personal power, to be the single ruler of the Empire.
Ooh, old school
For a
Gorn.
time, it seemed that he would succeed, but in the end, his arrogance led to his undoing. Such will be the fate of Jimpok today.
I assume she's talking about some story element from Discovery Season 1, or maybe 2. I don't know. I retained very little of what happened because it wasn't good, and it doesn't matter because they essentially rebooted the series with Season 3. Yes, his pursuit of power will not end well.
I regret following the orders of such a dishonorable leader. Fortunately, there are others who stand ready to take his place and serve the Empire well. The future holds no place for Jimpok and those like him. The only place for them is Grethor.
You may be right. I doubt he will seek an honorable end to this conflict.
Jimpok ordered the invasion of Gorn space and forced our king to bend the knee. Since then, we have been little more than puppets of the Empire and of Jimpok. Today, we will fight for the Empire, not as pawns, but as equals. Today, the puppets will cut the strings.
Agreed. An alliance of equals is far more preferable. They are... We're just going to turn the Klingon Empire into the Federation, aren't we? Cool. Empires kind of suck.
And then he said,
Not
either
kinda.
move, or I'm going to have to place you under arrest. Ah!
Yeah, it's a great design.
Starfleet cadet telling 3 Klingon warriors to move. That boy.
I remember that episode.
Raised than 10 of these Nook pools surrounding Jimpok. Remember this. Courage comes in all sizes and
Man.
shapes.
Nog's never going to be in the game again, is he? That is true, R. Indeed.
Dahar Master Kang knew this as well. When I was a child, he told me of his glorious adventures. He went into battle with brave and honorable warriors from many worlds. Humans, Trill, even Vulcans.
I do not care what planet they come from. If they are here to knock Jimpok from his throne, they are friends of mine. If we are victorious, I will drink with them and sing great songs of glory. And should we die, I will see them in Stovacor, and we will take our place among the
I mean,
dead.
honestly, the idea of Kang as the model Klingon, I can get behind that.
There is a human saying, necessity is the mother of invention. After all I have experienced in this war, I have come to realize the profound wisdom in those words. Necessity drove me
I
to
love
defenses
when
against the tricks of Akar.
Fiction...
Driven us to war
Yes,
with
and I
the
appreciate that.
on defenses against
I
the
love when
once
fiction
us.
does to our culture what our culture does to so many others, and it's like, oh, this ancient saying that is so exotic and wise. I just really enjoy that reversal every time I encounter it. True.
It also led to the means to close mycelial rifts and restore the sanity of corrupted Elachi, to turn foes into friends.
Indeed, we gained staunch allies in the liberated Elachi.
I suppose necessity drove us to join the fight against Gempak. Although the chance to make a tidy profit was also a motivating factor. I suspect the Nausicaans, Lethians, and Ferasans felt the necessity of staying loyal to Gempak. Too bad. They're about to learn they're backing the wrong side.
Is there something slightly off about her eyes? I feel like there's something slightly... Like, she does have a very wide mouth, but there's something odd about her eyes. I can't quite place it. Oh well. A hard lesson, but one we have to teach.
Warriors from many worlds, you stand ready to fight and restore the Empire.
Okay, so it's not just me.
To go into battle with you. Know this. Today, the forces of Gempak will know defeat.
You know what you must do. Face your enemy, show them your blade, fight well, in the name of Kalis, and for the glory of the Empire.
Remember what you fight for today. All of you, no matter what world you call home, know what it means to be Klingon. If that is in your heart, and the enemy takes your life, today will be a good day to die.
Win or lose, the Klingon Empire will not soon forget this day.
Well said. All hands, report to your stations. We depart for Kronos soon. Dismissed.
What's that, Ark?
Before you return to your ship, I would speak to you.
Very well. What's on your mind?
A lot is riding on the Alachi, and their modifications to this vessel. Do they have your confidence? Your trust?
They do. Tarsev and his people will not fail us.
Let us hope so. There is one other matter. A personal request.
I'm listening.
You were at my side in Grethel. You know of the deal I made to secure Lorel's freedom. I have asked those I trust to fulfill my oath should I fall in battle. I count you among their number. If I die before ending Akar and Gempak, will you do what must be done to send them both to...
Yeah, that makes sense. R. I will do what I can, should that come to pass. One of my mom's favorite sayings, I forget if it's Yiddish or Afrikaans. She spoke both. But one of the two has a saying that literally translates to "stop chopping teapots." And she never told me what it actually meant. She just really liked saying it. Like what it meant idiomatically. I will do what I can, should that come to pass.
Very well. By your hand or mine, may Akar and Gempak stand before Veklar on this day. The fleet is in position. Beam back to your ship when you are ready to proceed.
The fleet is in position, just outside the range of enemy sensors. When the word is given, we'll go to maximum warp and travel to the assigned coordinates. Move your vessel into position when you are ready.
Understood, General. Starfire out.
The time draws near. If you are prepared for battle, I will give the order to begin the invasion of Kronos.
Let's go.
For honor. For glory.
Was it really necessary to have me fly into position like that?
All ships have reported in. We are holding position outside the Praxis debris field. Loyalist forces are moving into defensive positions as expected.
Have any of you seen the meme? I don't know if it's new or not. I just saw it this past week. But it's a meme about Klingon gender reveal parties, and it basically results in the destruction of Praxis. This is Starfire, ready when you are.
The last time I saw Praxis, it was the first night of a full moon. Like the Empire, I thought it would last forever. And yet now, the Empire is shattered, like the moon above our homeworld.
Unlike Praxis, the Empire can be restored.
Indeed. It is our duty, and we will not fail. Attention all hands! The time has come. Begin the assault. For the Empire!
You know the drill, everybody.
Yes, this is more like it. Helm, get us into knife fighting range. Tactical, full power, disruptive.
Nothing is and for us.
The power senses form.
Oh wow, this is actually a mixed enemy fleet of different species. That's... I don't know if we've ever fought. I mean, we've occasionally had something like 3 ships of one species and 1 of another.
Lady Jokula, my thanks for bringing your fleet into range.
Well, are you going to chew ligament all day? Shut up and fight!
Yeah, it does seem like something within the capabilities of, like,
Fire the weapon at will.
the Enterprise D. That's better.
I will tear your pathetic fleet apart, Jokula. Ship by ship. Why?
Too bad for you, I'm made of death and I'm on her side.
If Jimpok will not willingly fire upon us, then we must trick him into doing so.
Evasive maneuvers, all ships! Do not let them lock onto you!
Target's shield has failed.
You've been targeted by the Crystal. And draw Jimpok's fire to me!
All hands, prepare to be targeted by the mycelium weapon. Brace for impact!
I told you not to fire at Jokula. Was she destroyed?
I cannot tell. Too much interference on sensors!
It worked. Tarsev's device worked.
Once more onto the breach.
Dear friend.
Alright. That should certainly help.
The Lachi are here to fight at your side.
Glory to you, Tuck. And come back.
Fight in the wrong side of us. Your dishonor knows no bounds. Break on.
Such the nerve, my lady. We thought we'd be looking for battle.
Destroy every weapon which comes from their people. But leave her intact.
All better. Fire to disable the crystal. It will not.
Why is this not working? So where the... Oh, there it is. Because I think... it's time to call in another ally.
Their weapons are still online, however. This stock is taking damage, but they are still in the fight. Keep up the pressure! Using massive system failures on the stock and their main drivers, plasma. They are disabled.
Break out the bloodline. Watch the stars are clear to hide. Until then, fight!
To all warriors aboard the crystal. This is Matriarch Ja'ula.
We have not killed a car, and that is a
Stand
good
down
point,
and
R.
prepare to be boarded. Surrender the tyrant Jimpak to me, and you will be shown leniency. Defend him, and you will know death.
You really think they'll surrender?
There will be no victory for you today, traitors. If I cannot have Kronos, no one will. I will detonate the very weapon that L'Rell used to become Chancellor. The home world will become the grave of the Klingon Empire. Test me at your peril.
What weapon was he talking about, L'Rell?
It is called a hydrobomb. A terrorist placed it in the planet's core during the war with the Federation. Some allies acquired the detonator and gave it to me. It allowed me to give the High Council a choice. Accept my leadership, end the war, or face the destruction of Kronos.
And now Jimpak is offering us a similar choice.
He has beamed to the Great Hall and raised defensive shields. He means to dig in, wait for reinforcements, and force us to quit the field. If we push too hard, call his bluff.
I have known Jimpak longer than any of you. I have faced him in battle. I know his heart. Go to him and issue a formal challenge. His pride, his arrogance will not allow him to refuse. Sometimes the old ways are best. Face the filthy Patana, Ja'ula, and bury your blade in his heart.
Whatever you plan to do, I recommend haste. The IKS Targ is approaching with a fleet at high warp.
Akar.
Very well. Adetpa, I want you and Cochrane to lead our forces here against Akar and his fleet. I will lead a team to First City and seek to challenge Jempok there. As former chancellors, I would like Laurel and Martok at my side to bear witness to our honorable victory.
I'm going with you.
If that is your wish, I will not deny you.
Although, it's worth
We'll
noting,
transport as close as we can to the Great Hall and
Akar shows up
from there.
in a lot of TFO and patrol missions, which are repeatable. It's possible he will escape alive and remain as a threat so that they can maintain the justification for those repeatable missions. That's what they did with Taket in the Iconian arc.
Remind me to have a word with Adetpa, if we survive. This is not an ideal place to begin our attack. That smell. Worse than Feklaw's backside.
It is unique.
Under the circumstances, this was the closest she could get us to the Great Hall. Plug your nose and forge on.
I know a path that leads to the Proving Grounds. From there, we should be able to fight our way to the Great Hall.
Listen, do you hear? The sounds of battle and bloodthirsty Targs. Keep your weapons handy. The enemy is nearby.
Yeah. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me either. Weapons ready, move out.
Be wary. Around here, we have more than Jimpok's troops to worry about.
They stand to suffer under Jimpok's rule. We may have more allies here than you think.
That was a lot of dudes, and there's a lot of dudes up ahead.
Look, dissension in the ranks. Now is the time to strike.
Oh good, they're fighting each other.
Take the loyalists down while they are distracted.
Hold your fire! I am General Martok. Who do you fight for?
We are warriors of House Kang, General. We fight to restore the Empire.
I have no clue what even just happened. That was fast.
Comply. Well fought, Orion. That Orion was leading the defense here. Let us see what he knows about enemy defenses.
Hello? Why can't I talk to you? There we go.
The Lady Jaula of House Mokai. Truly, it is an honor to meet you. Please, allow me to offer you my personal gratitude.
Gratitude? For what? I do not know you, Orion. What are you talking about?
I'm wondering that myself.
His name is Usan Vek, and he is a notorious pirate. I suspect he's thanking you for all the good business this war has provided him. He made the mistake of attacking some freighters carrying goods from my house. A mistake he will never make again, if he is wise.
Okay.
Consider that lesson well learned, General. I have far better uses for my ships than to serve as target practice for the warriors of House Martok.
Reminisce later. We've got defense screens to cut through.
That's a tall order, friend. There isn't much around here that can get past those shields. Fortunately for you, I happen to have something that will. For the right price, of course.
We're listening. You know, it just occurred to me, while you are correct, there is precedent from DS9 for the person who wins the duel giving the chancellorship to someone else. That might be what she's planning.
Earlier, you mentioned your gratitude. Provide us with the means to bypass the shielding, and we shall express our gratitude to you in return. Unless you prefer to deal with the Emperor.
I've seen what the Emperor does to Orions, my lady. We have a deal. Not far from here, some associates of mine are guarding a shipment of Tetrion explosives. They will knock that shielding down quite nicely. Though there is a small issue to be dealt with, I'm afraid.
What kind of an issue?
My associates recently informed me that their position was in danger of being compromised by Imperial security. Unless you want those Tetrion lovelies in the hands of the Emperor, I'd suggest lending my people a hand. You'll find them at the following coordinates.
Very well. Ready weapons and move out.
I knew Usan Vek to be bold, but running a smuggling operation in the first city? I am not sure if he is bold or insane.
I suspect a pirate operating in the Empire would need to be both, General.
Lower your weapons! Usan Vek sent us.
That Gorn is Usan Vek's enforcer. Talk to him about the explosives.
What Gorn? Oh, that Gorn.
The boss told us help was on the way. Nice to see he wasn't lying. The Imperial security has the rest of my crew pinned down inside. If you're here to help, you need to get in there.
We'll do what we can. We need those Tetrion charges.
We can talk about such things after we save my crew. Agreed?
Agreed. Let's go.
What's your aim? Wouldn't want to blow up your prize, would you?
Good advice. Shoot at Imperial security forces only.
Okay. This is the way in, isn't it? No? No. The heck? Where am I supposed to be going? Oh. Okay. Oh, you were supposed to be on the platform. This is a much better place. Oops. Yes, keep coming at me in nice, convenient lines. I greatly appreciate it.
Ask the Gorn to check the cargo manifest. There may not be enough here to get the job done.
According to the cargo manifest, all of the Tetrion charges are in here. Is there a problem?
There may not be enough for what we need to do.
What are you trying to do? There's enough Tetrion in here to blow up a dreadnought.
We need to knock down the shielding around the Great Hall.
I see. You'll need to hit it at a weak point. Cause enough of a surge to overload the primary emitters and the backup grid.
Makes sense. Any recommendations?
Scanning. Found one. Courtyard side entrance, not far from here. It's a narrower approach. Less need to repel firepower of the same magnitude as the front gates.
That's where we'll hit it then.
Very well. Secure the charges and prepare for battle. We must not fail now.
Let's get what we need and move out.
The battle is won. Gather the Tetrion charges while you can.
I cannot believe this game is making me do this. This feels tremendously like padding. Oh, he kind of did grab a cube. Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't have to go through all of them. How do we get out? Back up the stairs, I guess. Is this it? No. There it is.
Over there, by that field. Place the charges there. Quickly, set the Tetrion charges. charges in place. Now, get to a safe distance and detonate them.
Hurry up, Jula. That was a cute explosion. The knives are honestly better for large groups of not very powerful enemies.
Reinforcements are beaming in. Prepare for battle.
The disciples of Nut. Watch out for their nanopulse weapons.
Like the wind, I do not respect a fool. And there are many of them asking to dance on my blade. Good.
No, don't kill Marta again.
The Emperor awaits you in the Great Hall. Face him, if you have the spine for it.
Go. Do what must be done.
Need to return to the Rotaran. Join the fight there. From one ex-chancellor to another. Use it well.
Come. We have business within the Great Hall.
Unsettled. There we go.
Do you miss this place, Mother? This is as close as you'll get to being Chancellor again, I'm afraid.
You are blocking my path, lackey. Make
Where'd
way!
Jula go?
Arrogant,
Oh, she's back
misbegotten
there.
clone! Janchu! Your path ends here. You will not save her. Jo'ula will die on the Emperor's blade.
Those force fields are blocking our way. Destroy the emitters in the walls to bring them down.
So many fools! all eager to fight in a burning house. Ha ha! But you will go no further.
These emitters have shields. Disable them with your tricord, then destroy the emitters.
Time is your true enemy. I have plenty of it, but your Ula has much of the strength remaining.
Flanking damage detected.
Excuse you.
This is where you fail. You will never get past me.
You should have stayed in your own time, barbarian. There is no place for you in my empire.
Delusional old fool! The only place for you is Greco!
Okay, good. You're all close to me.
Initiate transport immediately!
I bet Pop, we need to block a car's personal transport.
Have you tried shooting him before he can use it?
You know he runs at the first sign of peril, Captain. We need to prevent that.
Understood. I need his transporter. With that, I can block him. When he transports, scan the area he left. New scan should provide his complete frequency.
Oh, there are no
There is
generators
still
here.
fight in you. Still your blood boils. Energize! Now!
Quick! Scan his transporter signature.
Did I get it?
Well done. Give me 2 more and I will shut
No.
that beast down.
Go! Is becoming annoying!
acidic. Why is he dead? Time for the classic game of acidic hot and cold. Come on. Damn it.
Not this time. Energize!
Quick! Scan his transporter signature.
Two scans down. One more. And his running days are over.
You are brave. And it is the brave ones who die. Oh. Eckhart to Tom! Emergency transport!
Quick! Scan his transporter signature.
Got it! Locked him out of his own transport. Send him screaming to Grathor, my lady!
You still live? Trying to do something about it. What have you done?
Give my regards to Becca!
Oh man! Timing on that couldn't have been worse. Gotcha.
You cannot win. I will not allow it. You shall never rule. Talk pa, talk be.
That works.
Not to be.
They will never follow you. Never.
I believe this belongs to you now.
It is not my destiny. It belongs in your hand, as Chancellor.
Rech Klingon Wochtach Judge!
Haha, he's just dead.
The sword of Kalish. In my time, most believe it was a thing of legend, of myth.
Yep.
I will not dishonor this sacred weapon. Its legacy will not be tarnished by my hand. I swear it.
Of that I have no doubt, Chancellor.
May it be a reminder in the days to come, as we rebuild what was broken and replace what was lost. A reminder of all that is great within the Empire.
Indeed.
Reforging the Empire will be a challenge, but one worthy of Kalish and all who dwell with him in Stovokor. Fortunately, we are Klingon. We live for such a challenge.
Kaplano.
2 weeks have passed since the fall of Jimpok. Our wounds heal. The honored dead have joined their ancestors in Stovokor.
Where were you for this whole plot
has
line?
returned to the Empire. Rebuilding what was broken or lost has begun.
Aw, my away team gets to be here.
There is more to be done. But first, we will celebrate our hard-fought victory.
Away team doesn't get to show up in cutscenes much. Alright, my food got here. I'm going to run downstairs and grab it real quick and then finish this up. Sorry, I just don't want to leave it outside. Alright. What you got for me, Tarsev?
There are more like me among the liberated Alachi. Some prefer life within the mycelial network, while others would like to return to their former life when the time is right.
Are you one of them, Tarsev?
Not at this time. The Alliance has asked me to represent the liberated Alachi. As an ambassador, I will be able to forge a new future for my people and to protect the sanctity of the mycelial network. Perhaps in the future, I will return to a life among the Romulan people. But for now, my place is with the Alachi.
To stability within the Empire, the Alliance must stand ready to provide assistance in the rebuilding effort here.
I agree. The Alliance must not turn their backs on the Klingons.
We cannot afford another Jimpok. The tragedy of Kithamer or worse could happen again.
especially if such a tyrant turned their eyes on the Federation or the Republic. Even the Dominion could be threatened by such a ruler.
I, for one, do not recommend running from a wave of mycelial destruction, no matter what age you are. It is not a pleasant experience, I can assure you.
Some believe you have more lives than a Krishnar cat, General.
Indeed. Grethar holds a number of fools who thought they would be the end of me. There are two, in particular, I'm glad to be rid of on this day.
Jimpock and Dakar?
Yes, though I am pleased that their deaths led to Gowron's release from Grethor. Now he resides with Kalis in Stovakor, and I have no doubt
Once again,
is glad to be rid of him.
Interesting choice to have the Klingon religion be true.
Well on his way to taking charge of the place when he was released.
Like, when we did it in the Klingon plotline, it was deliberately played as like, is this really happening? Is this being faked by someone? Is it an alternate dimension thing?
When I was living a hermit's life
But nope.
in Abyss 3, I thought I had seen it all.
The Bajoran and Klingon religions are just empirical facts.
Civil war within the Empire, the return of Lorel, even a battle with giant cybernetic reptile.
Not to mention all the permutations of Akar's virus.
Yes, but in the end, he was too clever for his own good. Dealing with his tricks gave me insight on his computer security. With that knowledge, I was able to trap him on Kronos, where he was dealt with once and for all. Well done, by the way.
I was thinking the same thing, R. I only did what was necessary.
Much has changed since my first time as Chancellor, and much has remained the same. I am already besieged with requests and calls for favor from many houses, great and small. Fortunately, I shall have the assistance of the latest torchbearer as we move forward and restore the Empire.
Torchbearer? Quite the honor, Jula.
Indeed. As other torchbearers before me, it will be my role to act as an advisor to the Chancellor. And, if necessary, to get my hands dirty where she cannot. It is my intention to serve her and the Empire to the best of my ability. In my time here, we have been adversaries and allies. It has been a strange journey for us both. Without you, the Empire would have been lost. For your role in the conflict, you have my respect and my thanks.
Thank you. Keep walking the path of honor, Jula.
The event has concluded. You may beam back to your ship at your leisure. Once more, I stand for the Empire as its Chancellor. It is a singular honor, and I will lead by example in the days to come. There is much to be done, but we will meet every challenge and emerge victorious. For we are Klingon! Klingon Mach Tach Judge! You have been an honorable ally, and your name will be remembered in songs and tales forevermore. Glory to you and your house. Kapla!
And I guess that's it. That's the Klingon Civil War arc. Oh my god, I'm gonna accept just to shut you up. No word on what they're planning to do next. This was kind of the end of the Year of the Klingon. I mean, I know the summer event is coming up fairly soon. But that's not a story thing. So probably sometime in the fall, we'll get whatever the next thing is. I'm guessing something either Discovery or Picard related. Though there's a chance that they, you know, go back to one of the older shows again. They do that. There's a lot of DS9 in the Herc arc. We'll see. Anyway, see you all next time. We'll be going back to Zelda next week. And I'm thinking after Zelda, apparently there's a, like, Mass Effect remaster of, I think, the whole trilogy that's come out recently. And I like space opera. I've never played a Mass Effect game. I don't know much about them other than that they're RPGs in a space opera setting. And I figured, yeah, I'll give that a shot after Zelda. Anyway, see y'all next week, I hope. Bye!